Hi everybody, I'm Zach, that's Christopher, we're Dream EV, and it's good to be back in the shop. We are back from EV school.
Cheers.
And, we got a mug.
Yeah, where's your hoodie, Zach?
I got a hoodie, but I'm not wearing it. But we're pressing on, and what we are pressing on into is power steering, which is going to be an interesting job.
It's like 7 projects in one. I mean, we've been looking at it for days now.
It's true.
And trying to wrap our head around how we're going to make it happen, kind of clean and nice and, you know, professional looking.
Which is partially why this is going to be a fairly short episode today, because we have spent practically 2 days figuring out how we're going to get, well, this big old guy into this little steering column, along with this little guy, which is a steering angle sensor somewhere with a custom fabricated mount. So we're going to run you through what we've got so far and what we still have yet to do.
So hang around for our next few minutes if you're interested in this stuff. We'll show you some parts, we'll show you some things, and it'll be a quick one.
That's what she said.
Alright, so we're sitting in the van taking a look at where all the things are going to go. And it's a pretty tight fit up here, if I'm going to say so myself. The way it looks is we have dash from here up, and we have a structural air conditioning channel from here down, and there's a bracket right in the middle. And we have about, what, a 6-inch slot in where we got to stick this motor, so it's going to be a pretty tight fit. Also, while we're here, we're taking a look at the sizes and the shape of everything. Because if we're going to go through the trouble of cutting and welding up a steering column, well, I'm going to try and, you know, modify it to fit me. You know, and I'm a tall guy, right? So we may be extending this steering column out maybe about an inch or so, I'm thinking.
So our new steering wheel can be smaller because we're adding power steering. Before, when you didn't have power steering, you needed that leverage of a big wheel in order to turn the wheels. But with power steering, you can have a smaller wheel, giving you more clearance for your legs.
Well, that's good, I think.
Yeah, I like that a lot better with the new wheel.
So I don't know if I would. I don't think I'd trim it.
Yeah,
or extend
I think
it.
it would stay where it is.
Okay, so we're not going to extend it. I think it looks good. Let's get a close-up. I want to show you where the motor goes. Alright, here you see the area where the steering assembly is supposed to live. We've took the old column out. That's no longer in place. And we've moved these harnesses, kind of pulled them apart. So now we have a 5-inch hole in order to stick our motor and do everything we need to. And that's only possible because we relocated our brake booster in the last episodes. So this guy's going to fit up here. He's going to sit at a 20-degree offset is what he's going to do. His motor's going to pop into that void, and we're going to make a bracket to make it so that everything fits in this right area. The 20-degree bracket's not the biggest issue here. It's going to be everything else associated with welding and machining and fixing onto these shafts.
Now that you've seen what we're working with inside the car, this should make a little more sense. Here we have the stock shaft from the original steering column. And here we have the original steering column in its entirety as it came out of the car. And then we'll overlay that with our new power steering motor. And then we can kind of draw that back, and you will see what it'll look like when those two housings interact in the future. Now we strip away the housings, and we have the stock shaft from the motor, and then we can pull that back, and you'll see where those two shafts are going to meet somewhere in that range.
That's about what we're up to next. It's obviously not going to be in this episode because, I mean, we're nearly at the end by now. But it will be in the next one. Something. Seems pretty simple enough, doesn't it? You know, all we got to do is take these things that don't want to fit in the same spot and make them.
Cram it all in there. Let's throw it all in a blender and hit pulse.
You know, I feel like when we started kind of putting all these pieces together and figuring out what the processes was, there was a vague idea. And you know, we started grabbing some things and hoping for the best. But now that we've presented the video, it feels like the plans are really kind of solidifying under our feet.
Yeah, I think we got a pretty good idea on how most of this is going to happen now. Yeah.
So all we got to do is, you know, actually do it.
If you want to see us do it, come back in 2 weeks and hopefully it'll be done and we'll show you how we got there.
Yeah. Until then, thanks for hanging out with us and checking in every 2 weeks on our video series. Be good, people.